All right, good morning, traders. Today is June 26, 2024. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Everybody out there in digital land. I'm talking about Facebook, Rumble, YouTube. Thank you for subscribing, being a part of the group. Appreciate that. Thank you. And the kind comments. Love those. My SPY pivot this morning remains at 544. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. SPY closed yesterday with 2-hour uptrend and a 10-minute uptrend. SPY, Diamond Dow, FNGU, QQQ, all in daily uptrends. IWM remains in a downtrend. SPY made a lower low and a lower high, closing over a bullish trap. It closed over a bullish trap? Well, we'll check it out in a minute. Closing over a bullish trap and the rising 17 EMA. FNGU, QQQ made inside days, closing between their between the traps and the 17 EMAs. IWM made a lower high and a lower low, closing under a bearish trap and under the following 17 EMA. Diamond Dow made a lower high and a lower low, closing inside a bullish trap over the curling 17 EMA. SLV and GLD, silver and gold, both in uptrends. Both made lower highs and lower lows, closing below bearish traps and under the 17 EMAs. They're quickly erasing and eroding the gains that they did to make those, actually place them in uptrends. USO, UNG remain in uptrends. USO made higher high and a higher low, closing inside the bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA, while UNG made an inside day, closing under a bearish trap and below the 17 EMA. US dollar index still in an uptrend, closed near 105.70 area. All right, let's take a look at some charts. Hey, good morning, Gilbert. All right, first chart, SPY. Let's take a look at it. 10-minute. All right, let's move some things around. 10-minute. We left off. We have an uptrend. Currently, we have a downtrend. 2-hour. 2-hour. We closed yesterday with a bullish cross right there. Little 2-hour uptrend right there. Just squeaking it out. 2-hour uptrend. On the daily chart. Daily chart. You can see right here we have a lower high, lower low, closing over a bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Still in an uptrend. So I guess I did get it right. All right, so the new pivot, or same pivot as I changed yesterday, 544. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. Okay, all-time high anchored VWAP. Let's see where that plays out. All right, let's look at it on the 30-minute. And all right, there's our all-time high right there. This is pink line. That's the anchored VWAP. So up over basically 545.50. All right, that would indicate money is coming into the market. Okay, if they can't keep candles up over here, close complete candles, that's a caution sign for me. All right, so I want to see them close complete candles up here. Okay, you can see yesterday no 30-minute candles were closed here yesterday. We came up and tapped it, I think, on the 10-minute chart. How close did we come? We came ever so slightly close, but couldn't do it. Day before, this would be the 24th. We had a difficult time. We closed a full candle up here. That was about the only whole candle, but it was quickly erased. So you can see that was a bearish engulfing move right through there. So unable to hold candles over the all-time high anchored VWAP, all right? Looking for price action up over that all-time high anchored VWAP. I need whole candles to close up there. That would be nice to be interested in getting bullish in the market. All right, so there's SPY. Overnight action. Got a high, challenged the recent high over here. So we'll see what happens today if we're going to bounce back up there. Recently, we've been into these big economic numbers like CPI and GDP. The market has been jacking up the price and rallying into those announcements pretty much with with the opinion that they're going to come out good, and they have been coming out good. So, and off of those numbers, they're getting a spike into to cap off that push into the number. So we'll see what happens. There's SPY. That's a 10-minute. Excuse me. Let's go to the QQQ. Back to the daily chart. QQQ. All right, so here's QQQ, still in an uptrend. All right. Yesterday's candle, higher low. Well, kind of an inside day, really. Lower high, higher low, closing over bullish trap. Almost bullish engulfing. With today's price action, we do have bullish engulfing on that. So price action inside day, closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. FNGU, same thing. Okay. Again, almost bullish engulfing, but with today, they got it. And closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. So there's FNGU. QQQ and SPY, all in uptrends. Take a look at Diamond Dow. Okay, so Diamond Dow took out this high. That put him in an uptrend. Yesterday's price action, not pretty. Okay, bearish engulfing. You can see they ripped all the way down, took out this candle and this candle. Okay, lower high, lower low, closing inside the bullish trap over curling 17 EMA. IWM, just a disappointment. That's all I can say. Just can't get these small caps and mid caps to participate. All right, so yesterday's price action, make sure I got the right candle. Lower high, lower low, in a downtrend, under the downtrend line, making lower highs and lower lows. Yesterday's price action, lower high, lower low, closing under a bearish trap, under a falling 17 EMA. When can they turn this around? We got a higher low here. Maybe today's a higher low. I don't know. They're already taking out yesterday's low. So there's IWM. Even with the SPY rallying, IWM's already started off trying to make a lower low. So there's no help from IWM. Let's take a look at our technicals. Scoot over here for a second. So we were in the buy zone on the 25th. We got tossed out into the buyer's chop zone. And then from there, we got slammed right into the sell zone. And we just camped out there all day long on the 25th. That's it. So the 24th, you can see we're up here in the buy zone. And then we got tossed into the buyer's chop zone. And now we're back into the sell zone. So we are getting no help from the small caps and mid caps. This uptrend line is damaged. Can take that off. And you can see they tried to put in a higher low. At the end of the day, I give them I give them a C for effort, but they're just not getting it done. Small caps and mid caps gotta get those moving. Otherwise, all we got is like 9 stocks carrying the whole market. All right, so that's T2122, T2123. Red all day long. No surprise there. We came out of the buy zone into the sell zone. That's to be expected, making, again, lower low on T2123. See that? Another lower low. We're stuck in quadrant 1 now. We were worried about passing through the midpoint. We've gone through the midpoint. We've gone through quadrant 2, and we're now bear flagging in quadrant 1. What does that mean? A possible lower low. This is the move up, okay? And you can see they failed to make the higher high. So guess what? We're coming back to test these lows. So we'll see if we can find support maybe on this U bottom. Maybe this will provide some support right through there on that U bottom right there. Maybe we can get a V bottom off of the U bottom right through there. I don't know. Things aren't looking good right now for the bulls, for the bears. Everything's kind of wonderful, making a lower high and heading off to make a lower low. All right, so there's T2123. T2123 3 bar. Oh, back to the 15 minute. You can see price action is kind of being pushed down by this kind of force field called the 200 SMA right there. So you can see us getting trapped, and we melted through it there, and we just keep getting pushed lower and lower and lower. Will they find support here on this consolidation? I don't know. We'll find out. It seems like they're showing a little bit of signs, but if we keep making lower lows and melting through it, that's not a good sign. Okay, still stuck in quadrant 1. All right, so let's go back to T2123. Also still stuck in quadrant 1. I guess I got to put that back on there. All right, here is the rising 200 SMA. You can see price action, same thing, melted right through that one just as well, right through the midpoint, stuck in quadrant 1, looking for this U bottom to possibly provide some support, maybe a bounce back to the midpoint. I don't know. I haven't seen any signs of things turning around yet on the 3 bar chart. Still melting like a snowman in July. FNGU. All right, so here's FNGU yesterday. Green, beginning to end, and even off into the pre-market, post-market. Trying to get back over this 200 SMA. If they can get back over that, there's some hope for them. If they can't get back over that, probably looking at coming down to test this base right here. Maybe bull flag on top of it. And, excuse me, bear flag on top of it. And hopefully we can get a U bottom bounce off of that. We'll see what happens. FNGU having a pullback day, a comeback day. That's nice. Got to get over the 200 SMA. All right, back to some charts. Let's take a peek at, let's take a look at silver and gold. Now, silver and gold both in uptrends. Okay, I'm just going to say it right now because it may happen today. Silver takes out that low. They're back in a downtrend. Okay, they got the flaky uptrend by taking out this high right here. And that's why I called it flaky, because it wasn't that hard to beat. So they got the flaky uptrend. And you can see they're quickly losing the flaky uptrend. If they take out this low, they're back into a downtrend. Gold kind of has the same thing. Gold, all right, they made the flaky uptrend right here, taking out that high. Gold, they take out this low or this low, either one. All right, they're back into a downtrend. All right, so right now, gold and silver in flaky uptrends right now, and showing bearish engulfing moves over the last 3 days. Currently, both of them in flaky uptrends. All right, so we'll see if they can hold the ground right through here in this 213 level, 210 level. See if they can hold that ground. That's for gold. Silver needs to hold basically this consolidation support. Needs to stay above this area right here. So they got the V bottom bounce, but they just didn't bounce high enough. Okay, maybe they didn't fall far enough to get that red rubber ball school bounce. So see what happens. The silver and gold in the flaky uptrends. USO. All right, so USO took out this high right here. That put them in an uptrend. Prior to that, they were been in a downtrend since that lower high right there. Actually, this this lower low right here. Okay, since that lower low right there, they've been in a downtrend, and they took out this high, so that placed them in an uptrend. Yesterday's price action almost looks like an inside day. Let's see what we got. High 83, high 80. All right, higher low, higher high, closing inside a bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. Okay, so USO still bullish. That's a nice little bull flag. I like this. 3 days of holding over on the support. Possible breakout today or tomorrow, USO. Nice sign holding that area for 3 days or more. I like that. UNG. I like that for the bulls anyways. UNG also in an uptrend. They will be in an uptrend till they break this low, or they set a lower high, a higher low and then crush it. Okay, that's the only way. Otherwise, they're still in an uptrend. Yesterday's price action looking like an inside day, lower high, higher low, closing under a bearish trap under flat 17 EMA. So there's energy. There's USO, that's petroleum, crude oil, and there's UNG, that's natural gas. And we just did silver and gold. Take a look at a few sectors. SMH. SMH still in an uptrend till it takes out this low. Okay, so SMH still in an uptrend. All right, and let's look at XLK, might as well. XLK in an uptrend till it takes out that low. XLK working for us, SMH working for us, IYT. All right, did IYT finally turn the corner? IYT puts in a higher high, turns the corner. IYT now in a, well, I'm just going to call it flaky uptrend because that doesn't look very convincing to me. But anyways, if that's yesterday. I don't remember that being yesterday's candle. It could be. Anyways, okay, outside day for IYT, higher high, lower low, closing over a bullish trap, over a curling 17 EMA. Looks curling now. Probably was flat yesterday. But anyways, IYT breaking the downtrend right there. Can they hold it? We'll find out. So they made a higher high right here yesterday. That was a sneaker. I didn't see that coming. Anyways, IYT now in an uptrend. So now we got SMH and IYT on our side. That's nice. I'd rather have the transports than the financials, but both the financials and the transports are essential to having a nice rally. So IYT now in an uptrend. XLF. All right, XLF in an uptrend because they got the flaky uptrend, taking out this high right here. Okay, so XLF in the flaky uptrend, IYT in the flaky uptrend, financials in an uptrend because they took out that high. If they take out this low, they're back in a downtrend. Okay, so XLF in the flaky uptrend, and yesterday's price action is right here, lower high, lower low, closing. Again, I'm seeing this bearish engulfing move where the candle wipes out everything that the prior day gained. Closing below the bullish trap and underneath the 17 EMA. So that's nice to see. We finally got the financials and the transports and the SMH all in uptrends at the same time. Guess what we're missing? Small caps and mid caps. They're just not getting it done right now. All right, got to see those small caps and mid caps turn around. Maybe off of this U bottom, we can get a bounce. Doesn't look. We sure didn't get the V bottom bounce. That's for sure. Maybe they consolidate on top of this and bounce back up. I have hope. We'll see, but we have a rising dollar. which we're going to go take a look at next. All right. So let's take a look at that next. Take a look at our economic data. Which one we want? We'll take that one. And economic calendar. Okay, tomorrow. Tomorrow is the main event. GDP, gross domestic product. Gross domestic product measures, all right, the goods and services that we sell to other countries. All right, so that's how much business we take into the United States by selling goods and services to other countries. Let's say we sell somebody some natural gas. That would be good for the gross domestic product. That would add on sales, for the United States. That's the money we take in, all right, instead of sending it out. You know how we send a lot of money out to China because we import so much of their products. Well, this is the stuff that we sell out to other countries. All right, so that's GDP. So when American countries or United States countries sell their goods and services to other countries, that shows us money coming back into the USA. So that would be that's a good thing. All right, so the fact that if we increase GDP, in other words, if we're selling more and more around the globe to other countries, that's why we look at GDP to measure it. That shows us how well we're doing in the USA and how well our companies are doing. Okay, so anytime you get Apple phones and they're selling them global wide, that's huge. All right. So for today, new home sales comes out at 10. Petroleum status 10:30, and that's it for today. Mortgage applications came in at 7 this morning. All right. Again, the main event tomorrow: GDP, durable goods at 8:30. GDP is at 8:30. International trade in goods 8:30. Jobless claims 8:30. Corporate profits 8:30. Retail inventories 8:30. Wholesale inventories 8:30. Wow, if you're not going to get enough data tomorrow morning at 8:30, pending home sales index 10 o'clock, and a natural gas report, usually every Thursday at 10:30. All right, and that's it for those 2 days. Friday's a pretty light day. We can talk about that on Thursday, but that's the main event tomorrow morning at 8:30 before the market opens. So kind of want to have all of our business kind of tied up here on Wednesday evening. Looking for probably holding a few calls going into GDP. I don't expect it to be bad. NASDAQ earnings. Today, Micron Technology is going to report after the close, $153 billion, and Paycheck's going to report before the market opens, and General Mills before the market opens. Other than that, nobody's here is going to really move the markets. These two will have slight impact on the markets right there. General Mills, Paychecks, and Micron Technologies. For tomorrow, all right, GDP comes out, and McCormick and Company looks like about $37 billion there. All right, they're going to report before the market opens, along with GDP. After the market closes, Nike's going to report $143 billion. That will be probably have a little bit of impact on the retail sector. I don't expect Nike to be report bad numbers. I really don't. I think there's probably no reason why they should. I think Amazon's doing well. I think Nike will probably do very well too. All right, on Friday, Coca-Cola, Euro Pacific, they're still looking. Anyways, the top 5 here still looking for P&Ls. All right, and they kind of actually everybody's looking for a P&L here. Okay, everybody. None of them are probably going to impact the market at all, just some familiar names. All right, on Monday, Again, some familiar names, and they're all looking for P&Ls, pretty much. All right. Not ready, not quite ready to report yet. All right. Max Payne for today. Yesterday it was 545. I think we got close to 545. Yeah, we did. Hey, good morning, Marley, Stefan, and T. Well, it's taking its time. Let's see what this one's going to do. All right, Max Payne for today, the 26th, is 545. All right. I think we're already at 545. We're above it. We're at 544 and a half. We were at 545 probably 30 minutes ago. All right. So there's Max Payne for today, 545. All right. And we'll take a look at the U.S. dollar. Now, U.S. dollar got, see now here's the U.S. dollar heading off, making new highs. This is not good for small caps and mid caps. Not going to help them out at all. Again, U.S. dollar printing this morning so far, higher low and a higher high, running off to challenge these highs up here. Look at that. Did we ever think we were going to get all the way up there again? All right. And here we are. We're darn close to challenging this top right up here. Are they going to make a higher high? I don't know. So dollar still in an uptrend. It's great for the dollar, but it's not good for the market, okay? Because, like I said, back to GDP, it makes our goods and services more expensive when we sell to other countries who have to convert their currency to ours. And our currency is so highly valued that it takes more of their money to pay for our goods and services than it did when the dollar was weak. Okay, so that's why that's why we watch the dollar. Hey, good morning, Melinda. All right, so I'm gonna take some questions in the room. All right, if there's no questions, I'm gonna go ahead and render my video, and I'll come back at probably 9:15, and we'll kick the market off to see what we're going to get this morning. For the market, in case you're not here, going to go to SPY. Okay, on a 10-minute chart. All right, pivot is 544. Green erases red. That's an entry for me. All right. Red erases green under the pivot. That's an entry to the short side for me. Green erases red over the pivot. That's an entry for the long side. All right. So I'd like to see a bounce sometime soon here. Anytime now, SPY. Anytime you want to turn around, that would be nice. Just melted through the all-time high anchored VWAP. Notice it didn't provide any support at all. Not a good sign for this morning. Melting through the all-time high anchored VWAP. Would have really loved to see it hold up there. There we go. All right. So that's it for me this morning. Again, if there's no questions, I'll see you guys about 9:15. All right.